Hey, this is Jim at Broadfield, back at you again this week, Thursday at 2 p.m. every Thursday for our dealer webinar. We had some guys out at the CES show in Vegas last week, and one of the highlights of the show, at least in our industry, was some of the big advancements in storage. A lot of that's not on the show floor, but LaCie, G Technology, Sony had little satellite areas right outside the show where they were showing off some of their cool new products. So let's talk about some of those today. The first thing that we're really excited about is how our industry has really converged with some of the biggest names in the storage business. G Technology is fully owned by Western Digital, which means every G Technology storage solution has a state-of-the-art enterprise-class Western Digital hard drive built into it. LaCie is a division of Seagate, which means that every LaCie storage solution has a state-of-the-art enterprise-class Seagate hard drive built into it. Two of the top names in the hard drive business. Sony also has a line of some rugged hard drives and rugged RAIDs, and I don't need to tell you how big of a name Sony is in the business. And of course, Avid is still leading the space in shared storage technology that we're going to go into with the Nexus Pro as well. So let's get started with a brand new storage solution that G Technology announced on January 16th, which is the G Speed Shuttle 4-bay solution with Thunderbolt 3 connectivity. So this G Speed Shuttle is capable of up to 40 terabytes of storage, transfers up to 1,000 megabytes a second, which is going to be more than enough for 4K or even 8K UHD workflows. It is a transportable design, the same design that you may already know from the G Speed Shuttle XL and Shuttle XL EV, which are 8-drive and 6-drive solutions respectively. This baby here is 4 drives, and this is the G Speed Shuttle with Thunderbolt 3. And then they also have the G Speed Shuttle EV, which has 2 drives and 2 Evolution Series drive readers built into it. So I want to take a second and talk about Thunderbolt 3, because Thunderbolt 3 is really the universal connectivity that all storage professionals and video producers, photographers, anybody doing content creation has been waiting for. Thunderbolt 3 will give you the maximum speed and throughput with a Thunderbolt 3 connection on either a PC or a Mac. Thunderbolt 3 can also be downgraded to a USB-C, USB 3, or USB 2 connection. You're only going to get the maximum throughput of the connection that you're using, but it does have the capability of working with all of those systems. And for your Mac customers, Thunderbolt 3 can also be converted down to Thunderbolt 2 using the Apple adapter. Unfortunately, there is no similar adapter that has tested and worked well on the PC, but we do expect to see that sometime in the near future. Right now, for your Mac editors, that Apple adapter transferring from Thunderbolt 2 to Thunderbolt 3 does work very well. It will give you the throughput from this drive at Thunderbolt 2 speeds, but allows them to work with their older machines. So the G Speed Shuttle, as you see configured here, with 4 hard drives populated in it, is available anywhere from 16 terabytes to 48 terabytes, starting at $17.99. The G Speed Shuttle EV gives you the ability to use 2 of these drive bays as your RAID 0 hard drive solution, and 2 of the additional drive bays for your Evolution Series readers. This is perfect for your customers who are shooting on RED, using an outermost master caddy, or CFast out in the field. The G Speed Shuttle EV is available in either a 20 or a 24 terabyte. Excuse me. And again, it works well with all of the Evolution Series drives, whether it's a G Drive EV, G Drive EV ATC, which is in the rugged housing, the RED Mini-Mag reader, the outermost master caddy, or the CFast readers. You can use them all within that drive itself. Next thing I want to talk about is the G Drive Mobile SSD. We were super excited when G Technology told us they were going to launch a mobile version of an SSD drive in this super cool, super small form factor. We were even more excited to find out that a lot of the design hues you see here, including the blue lights underneath these ridges, are more than just cool looking. They're there for a purpose. These G Drive Mobile SSDs start at 500 gigabytes at $179, and they're also available in either a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte solution. I failed science as a kid, so I'm not going to try to explain to you what thermodynamics means, but in listening to the engineers and the tech experts at G Technology explain it, what I can tell you is that it allows them to keep this SSD drive cool even through constant use. So if you're storing video files to here, this drive is not going to get hot to the touch and is not going to be affected if you place it down flat on the table. All of these ridges will allow for constant airflow and constant cooling, so this drive will remain very cool to the touch. And again, we can give you the thermodynamics formulas for the engineers in your crew, or you can just take our word for it that it's a really cool thing that makes this SSD drive a great solution for your customers. I also want to talk about that marriage between Western Digital and G Technology. Western Digital announced the My Passport Wireless SSD, which I can see a lot of your photography customers really being excited about. At $229.99, this product will allow them to take an SD card from their camera and back it up to the Passport Wireless SSD anywhere out in the field. They don't have to wait to save that precious photography until they get back to a hotel room or connect to a computer. They can do it right on top of a mountain if they wanted to. The second we saw this drive, the first thing we could think of is how much we would love to see a G Technology version of this same solution with a little bit of a faster drive built into it and a little more throughput to give video producers the same capabilities that photographers can be used here. We'd also like to see us support some of the professional media formats, including some of the higher end and faster SD or compact flash or even Sony XQD for that matter. That would be a home run product, and we hope to see that coming out. At least that's on our wish list for sometime in the future. So now let's shift from Western Digital and G Technology to Seagate and LaCie. Broadfield Distributing is your source for all LaCie hard drives, whether it's the Porsche design, the rugged, the 2-big dock, the 6-big or 12-big RAIDs. We have a huge inventory here in our warehouses in Long Island and can help you out with all of your LaCie purchases. LaCie just released some brand new price sheets and some price drops on a lot of the drives across their line. Some of the more significant price drops are on the 6-big and 12-big RAIDs. So definitely reach out to your Broadfield salesperson, Rich, Dan, John, or Angel, or eventually even our new salesperson, Jared, to get a copy of that new LaCie price sheet. LaCie also announced at NAB 2 brand new storage solutions. The first one is the LaCie Rugged Secure. The LaCie Rugged Secure is the same rugged format that you know and love, with the recognizable orange housing in a LaCie rugged enclosure capable of withstanding rain, drops, and even crushes. It has self-encrypting Seagate secure technology built into the drive itself. You can transfer and transport all of your data, keeping it unprotected from unauthorized access or theft of your intellectual property. The secure drive is going to give your customers that additional level of security they need, that when they throw this into that laptop bag, that drive is secured and the data is secured the entire way from point A to point B, whether the bag is in the overhead cabin on the airplane or not. And that drive is going to be released at $149 MSRP. And like a lot of the LaCie solutions, is going to include LaCie's 2-year Seagate Rugged Rescue Data Recovery Services. That means if something should happen to the data on the drive, LaCie and Seagate will do their best to save and restore that information for your customers, giving them that extra peace of mind. The other product that LaCie announced was in conjunction with DJI and the DJI drones. It's the LaCie DJI CoPilot. I guess at DJI's request, they abandoned the orange sheathing for a dull gray, which I guess blends in more with some of the DJI drones. But this drive has an SD reader built right into it, allowing you to back up on set the media taken from your drone or any other SD camera while you're out in the field, directly to the LaCie DJI CoPilot. This product is going to launch at a $369.99 MSRP. It has the SD card reader and a USB port to copy files directly from any of your mobile devices, laptops, or anything else that you might have with you out in the field. Again, The story at CES for storage this year is reliability and ways to get your data backed up and capable of being protected the entire time and as soon as you're done either shooting it or editing it or doing anything else with those files. I do want to remind you that we're still very excited about the LaCie 2-bit dock, their Thunderbolt 3 solution. The 2-bit dock is a 2-drive RAID with the SD, compact flash, and USB readers built right into it. It's a completely versatile solution that can be connected to any Mac or PC excuse me, very quickly and very easily. The beauty of the LaCie 2-bit dock, as well as the 6-bit and 12-bit RAIDs, is the magic LaCie RAID Manager software. The RAID Manager software allows you to take any of their RAID solutions and it allows your customers to configure them in the best way that they need for their files. The LaCie RAID Manager will take a 6-bit dock and allow you to stripe 4 of those drives together to get maximum throughput and capability in maybe a RAID 5 solution, but still use 2 of the other drives as just a bunch of disks. This gives you maximum flexibility that best fits into your workflow. Obviously, the higher the higher resolution and the higher definition video that you're working with, the more you're going to want to RAID across in order to get the most throughput available from there. But again, LaCie RAID Manager lets you do this very easily on either a Mac or PC. All of the LaCie RAID solutions are not pre-formatted for either solution. You connect the drive to your Mac or PC, and the setup process is identical on either platform, making it a great out-of-box experience for all of your video editing and professional photography customers. I also want to point out the new Sony ruggedized hard drives and ruggedized RAIDs. Sony just released a new price sheet with some new models on these ruggedized hard drives and RAIDs. The new solutions have this all-black design with this easy-to-carry handle right at the top in a very rugged housing. We're going to tell you a lot more about these Sony solutions on February 1st with a whole presentation on what Sony has done with these drives and with these RAIDs to break into this pro video and pro photography marketplace. And then finally, I do want to mention shared storage. Avid has just upgraded the Nexus Pro to 40 terabytes in each of the Nexus Pro engines. The Nexus Pro 40 terabyte, excuse me. The Nexus Pro 40 terabyte, bundled with a Dell N2024 switch, is still available for under $10,000. If you have customers that are editing with teams of 3 or more people with either Avid, Adobe, any other software platform, Blackmagic, Resolve, anything out there, the Nexus is a beautiful shared storage solution that will allow their entire team to work together. We would be happy to send you our updated price sheets and information on these storage solutions as well. And I should point out that if you have customers that are using the 20 terabyte Nexus Pro system now, yes, they can very easily add the 40 terabyte solution right within their line, raising them to 60 terabytes and the additional bandwidth that you get from having 2 engines daisy-chained in that way. If you have any questions about any of these storage solutions, give us a call at 800-634-5178. Rich, Dan, John, Angel, or our new salesperson, Jared, would be happy to help answer any questions and send you the most up-to-date price sheets that we have. That is what we took out of CES, and we're really looking forward to our big trade show of the year, which is the NAB show in April. If you have not started booking your plans for NAB, I strongly recommend that you do that. We actually just sat down and did that earlier today, and we're finding that some of those hotels are booking up pretty quickly. So especially if you want access to the NAB shuttles to get back and forth from the show floor, you may want to start hop on the phone and get those done. If you need an NAB registration code, we would be happy to share that with you as well, so you can get you and your team registered for the show also. If you have any questions, give us a call, and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you. We'll see you again next week as we talk about some of the TriCaster Mini advanced bundles that were just announced by NewTek earlier this week.